Welcome to the course Depreciation, Alternate Investment and Profitability Analysis. We are continuing with module 2, which is alternative investment. In the present lecture, we will take minimum return as a cost method for alternative investment selection. Minimum return as a cost. This is an alternative analysis method in which minimum acceptable return is included as a cost for each alternative, and then the annual profit and savings are calculated for all alternatives. The alternative which provides maximum savings over and above the minimum acceptable rate of return, which is incorporated as a cost in the formulation, is selected. An example is included in this unit to demonstrate the method. Now, this is the formula used where the P is converted into A, that is present value is converted into annuity, and this formula will be used in the present lecture. Now, the objective: given the capital investments, estimated lifespan of capital investments, annual operating costs and annual earnings, MARR, compare 4 different investments based on minimum return as a cost method for the selection of the best investment. This is the first question, that is example number 1 is: there are 4 different plans under consideration for construction of buildings for a commercial purpose to earn rent. A comparison of these plans to be made at the end of the time window of 20 years. At that time, assume that the resale value is 200% of the original investment. It is estimated that the minimum acceptable rate of return, that is MARR, as well as interest rates are 10%. The data for the above plan is given in the table below. So, plan A, plan B, plan C and plan D. Plan D. Original investment, is equal to 1140, 1,10,000. This is 201, 3 zeros, that is 300, 000, and this is 480, 000. Annual rent is 20,000, that is 35,000, this is 58,000, and this is 109,000. Annual maintenance $2,000, 5,000, 8,000, and this is 10,000. taxes 1000, 1500, 1800, 2000. As after 20 years the investment will fetch double the amount and will result a profit of 100%. This amount, which is a future worth of profit, should be distributed as a annuity throughout the 20 years period and should be treated as earning. So, it tells that now the investment which will be done here at t equal to 0, after 20 years this value will double and hence I will get my profit here, the 100% profit here, and this profit, which is a future value, has to be distributed as annuity so further the original investment needs to be recovered through an annuity and should be treated as an expenditure. So, let us start analyzing it. Annual profit due to 200% enhancement of cost plan A. So, the profit will be 110,000. This price, which is 1,10,000 rupees, will be doubled here after 20 years. So, my profit is 1,10,000 rupees. So, this is a future value which has to be converted into a annuity using the formula. So, this is the formula 1 plus I to the power 20 minus 1. So, this comes out to be rupees 1920.56. So, here the profit for A plan is 1,10,000 rupees. For the B plan will be it will be 2,01,000. For the C plan it will be 3 lakh, and for the D plan this will be 4,80,000. Now, the same thing for plan B, annual profit due to enhancement of cost for plan B, this will be 201,000 into the same factor 0.1 divided by 1 plus 0.1, 20 minus 1 is equal to rupees 3509.38. Now, for plan C, same thing. For plan C will be equal to 3 lakh into 0.1 divided by 1 plus 0.1, 20 minus 1, and this comes out to be rupees 5237.887. Now for D plan, for plan D, this when calculated comes out to be rupees 8380.62. Now this is the profit which has been converted into annuity, and so this is a receipt. Now the same thing can be done for this investment, original investment. The original investment, which is a value, has to be converted into annuities. So this is basically present value. Here we are converting the future value, and when we will be converting the original investment, as it is a present value, it will be converted to annuity with some other formula than what we have used here. Now when we are converting it to annuity, basically the investment is here. For plan A, this investment is 1,10,000 rupees for plan A. So this is a present value which has to be converted into annuities. So annual cost of capital recovery, this is for plan A, this would be equal to the value 1,10,000 into 0.1 divided by 1 minus 1 plus 0.1 to the power minus 20, because my time window is 20 years. This comes out to be rupees 1292056. Similarly, the annual cost of capital recovery for plan B is equal to the cost of the plan, which is 2,01,000 rupees, into the same factor is 0.1 minus 20. This comes out to be rupees 23609.38. Similarly, we can find out for plan C, this is 3 lakh into the same factor 0.1 minus 20 is equal to rupees 35,237.88. And the same thing for plan D comes out to be, plan D comes out to be rupees 56,380.62. So this is not earning, this is the investment, we should remember. The annuity of profit is 1920.56 this is 3509.38, this is 5237.88, this is 8380.62. Now annual cost of capital recovery is 12,920.55. This is 23,609.4. That is 35,237.88. This is 56,380.61. Now net annual profit is equal to 920 for plan A. For plan A, this is 920.56 plus 20,000 minus 12920.56 minus 2000 minus 1000. It comes out to be rupees 6,000. Now if you see the numerical, this 1920.56 has come from here because this is a receipt, and then annual rent for plan A is 20,000. So this is annual rent for plant A. Then this is the annual cost of recovery, and so this is a negative quantity because this is a spending. So this is negative, and then annual maintenance is 2000, so it is a negative quantity, and taxes is 1000, so this is a negative quantity. So these are two receipts, and this we have to give. This is a expenditure, from here to here is expenditure, this is receipt. So profit is 6,000. So similarly for all the plants I can calculate the net annual profit. So this is 6,000, this is 8399.98, this is 18200, this is 49000. Now annual savings after adding MARR as cost. Now if I calculate return, this comes out to be 5.45%, this is 4.179%, this is 6.07%, this is 10.20%. Now here if I calculate annual savings after adding MARR as a cost, this will be equal to 6,000, which is my net profit, minus 0.1 because 10% is MARR. So, 10% of the cost, original cost of the equipment or the plan, this is 1,10,000. So, 10% cost of this is reduced from here, then it gives us minus 5,000. Let us check it, this is correct. So, I get minus 5,000. So, if I make a column like this, annual savings after adding MARR as a cost, this becomes minus 5,000, this becomes that means these quantities which shows minus signs shows that these plans will not generate a profit of 10%, while plan D will generate a profit of more than 10%. And if we compare the returns, we find that this is 5.45%, which is less than 10, this is 4.179, this is less than 10, and this is also less than 10, and this is the only plan which generates a profit more than 10%. So, my conclusion is the annual savings after adding MARR as a cost is maximum for plan D, hence it is selected for investment. The annual savings after adding MARR as a cost for plan A, B, C shows a negative value, indicating that it offers a return which is lower than MARR, and hence these plans cannot be considered. Now, let us take an example, example 2. Example 2 shows that there is a proposal to pump crude oil using a pipeline. For this purpose, 3 pipeline diameters 150 mm, 200 mm, 457 mm and 610 mm have been selected. It is a known fact that if one selects higher diameter pipeline, its fixed cost will be more, however, its pumping cost will be less. The problem thus turns out to be the selection of most economic diameter. If the service life of the pumping station and pipeline is 18 years with some salvage value, that is 10% of the fixed cost can be considered. Salvage value is 10% of the fixed cost of the pipeline, and minimum acceptable rate of return MARR is 10%. Then we have to select the best pipeline diameter. This table shows you the complete data of the all the 4 diameter of the pipelines, and the distribution of data is also given, like total fixed cost is distributed amongst the investment in pipeline, number of pumping stations required, cost of a single pumping station, all these add together gives you the total fixed cost. Similarly, taxes, insurance, inspection, maintenance of pipelines, attendant cost, electricity bills will give you total annual cost. So, here I will only write the total fixed investments and total annual cost, and the distribution of all these costs are given in this table. So, for pipe A, this is example 2, pipe A which is 150 mm diameter, pipe B which is 300 mm diameter, this is D equal to diameter equal to this, pipe C, this is 457 mm diameter, and pipe D which is 610 mm diameter. Now total fixed investment in rupees is 2,85,000. This is 3,15,000. This is 3,55,000. This is 4,20,000. And total annual cost which is the summation of cost including taxes, maintenance of pipeline, attendant cost, electricity bills, etc., is 95,000, 91,000, and 84,000. Now we have to use the minimum cost as a return method to select which pipeline I should go for. So depreciation of the pipeline using straight line method is equal to, this is for pipe A, is equal to 2,85,000 1 minus 0.1 divided by 18, which comes out to be 14250. Now how this has come? Basically depreciated amount will be this minus the salvage value. So if I open up this is nothing but 2,85,000 minus 0.1 into 2,85,000. Now this gives me the salvage value. This is my original cost divided by this is my service life. So obviously this will give rise to the depreciation, and the value of depreciation is 14,250 rupees. Now annual savings after including MARR as a cost is equal to now if you see the annual earnings here, this annual earning is 1,30,000, this is 1,30,000, this is 1,30,000, this is 1,30,000. This is same because all the pipelines will do the same job, so they will be rewarded same. So, this is equal to 1,30,000, this is my earning, then my expenditures will be the depreciation 14250.00 minus this is my annual cost 95,000 minus 0.1 into 285,000. This is what? This is MARR and this is my fixed cost, original cost. So, what I have done, I presume that at least the pipeline should earn 10% of the fixed cost as a return. So, this return I am subtracting from here, and when I subtract it I found this is minus 7750. That means this pipeline is not going to give me 10% return. Even if this value becomes 0, I will get a 10% return. As this value is minus, I am not going to get a 10% return, and hence this is rejected. Similarly, if I compute for others, now depreciation cost for pipeline B will be equal to 3,15,000 into 1 minus 0.1 divided by 18 comes out to be 15750.0. And annual saving including MARR as cost, this is 1,30,000 minus 15750.0 minus 91,000 minus 0.1 315,000, and this comes out to minus 8.50. Again, the pipeline B is not giving me a return of 10%. This is MARR as a cost, this has been included here. So, even if I get 0 value here, my return will be 10%. As I am getting a negative value, this pipeline will also not able to give a return of 10%. So, if I calculate for the rest 2 pipelines this result, so this is the table which shows me the complete results. So, annual savings this is minus 7750 8250, this is 8250, this is 1250, this is minus 17,000. So, except pipe C, all are giving negative, that means they are not giving me 10% return. So, as pipe C is giving more than 10% return, this should be selected for the job. So, to summarize this, in this lecture we saw the minimum return as a cost method and how to apply this method for a selection of alternative exclusive alternates. And we have seen that this is a very simple method and can solve complicated problems. Thank you.